5, 6, ready, begin. Tendu front, side, back, close first. Again, front, side, back, close first. Third time, side, back, close first. Last time, front, side, back. Now let's go en deux don. To the back, side, front, and close. And back, side, front, and close. Third time, side, front, and close. Back, side, front, and finish. Let's start in fifth position now. Now we're going to learn a step called a passe. A passe means to pass in French. To do a passe, simply wrap your foot up your leg slowly, bring it up to your knee, slide it back down the back of your leg, and close in fifth. Now this can be repeated. Slide it back up the back of the leg, bring it to the side of the knee, slide it back down, and close in fifth. It's very important that you don't upset your hips when doing this step. When your leg slides up, your hips should be completely still. Slide it back down and close in fifth. You have already learned a passe, but now we're going to add a releve with a passe. This is a preparation for a pirouette. The preparation goes like this. Tendu side, plie in fifth, and again slide your foot up the front of your leg into passe. Now you're on your half point, and close in fifth. Again, tendu side, plie in fifth, releve passe, and close. Let's do an exercise with releve passe. Now we're starting in fifth before we do this, and I want to remind you about your posture. Make sure your knees are straight, again that your buttock is tucked under, your shoulders are down, and your chin is up. Let's start with our pirouette preparation. Tendu second, plie in front, and passe up. Good. Now make sure your hips are straight and that your toe is touching your knee. And close in fifth. One more time. Tendu second, plie, rise up, and make sure this heel is very high up off the ground. Good. And close in fifth. This is called passe releve, and it's a good preparation for pirouettes. Let's go ahead and do this on the other leg. Ready? Tendu, plie front, passe, good. Nice even hips, plie. Again, tendu, plie, and up, hold it, tight knee, stomach in, and plie. Good. Another position we need to cover before we go on is an arabesque. An arabesque is one of the basic positions in ballet. To do an arabesque, face the bar and tendu your foot and back, just like we've already learned. Now the only difference is that an arabesque is lifted off the ground at a 90-degree angle, such as this. Now it's important to realize that your shoulders cannot be twisting. They need to be squared off to the wall. Tendu, close in first. Let's do the other side. Tendu in back, square off your hips, square off your shoulders. Now slowly lift the leg off the ground as high as you can get it without disturbing the body. Tendu it back in arabesque and close in first. Let's practice arabesque a few times. Let's go ahead and practice arabesque a few times with Brittany. Brittany, go ahead and tendu your right foot and back. Good. Now square off your shoulders, square off your hips, and slowly lift your leg as high as you can go without disturbing your body. Good. Now you want to make sure that your knee is facing the side and that your toe is lifted up. But again, you don't want to disturb your shoulders or your hips. Arabesque is a pretty difficult step, so you might need to practice this at home a few times in front of a mirror. Go ahead and tendu in back, Brittany. Close in first, and let's do the other leg. Tendu back, square off, and lift. Turn out that knee, should be facing me, good. Get over your standing leg. There you go. Straighten your shoulders, point your toe, and close. Go ahead and practice that a few times on your own. The final exercise at the bar is called a grand battement. The purpose of a grand battement is to loosen the hip and increase circulation throughout the leg. The principle of a grand battement is similar to a tendu, whereas the foot brushes out in a tendu, except now with the grand battement, you're actually going to lift it off the ground and kick it as high as you can. Now keep in mind you shouldn't be disturbing your shoulders or your hips, so don't feel pressure to get your leg as high as mine, but kick it as high as it can go without upsetting the body. This step can be performed en croix, so we can do it such as grand battement, tendu, and close, grand battement, tendu, and close. We'll go to the side now. Side, tendu, close in front, side, tendu, close in fifth back. Now we'll do an arabesque grand battement, close in back. Remember what we talked about in arabesque. And again to the side, close in back, side, close in front. We'll turn around and we'll do it again on the other side. 5, 6, 7, and grand battement, close in front, grand battement, front. To the side, side, close, and back. Arabesque, keep your shoulders even. Don't disturb the body. To the side, and side, close, in front. Relax. We're now finished with our work at the bar. Now would be a good time to take a break. Take a sip of water or use the restroom, and I'll see you back here in a minute to continue our center work. Here is a stretch you can do immediately after bar, but before center work. Go ahead and move your legs into a V. Now don't worry if it can only go here, or even here. It takes many years for a dancer to develop her stretch. Go ahead now, take a deep breath, and reach over toward your right ankle. Again, don't worry if you can only move a few inches. That's fine. And take a deep breath. Make sure your knees are straight. Don't let them bend. And let's go to the other side now. Grab your ankle, get a good stretch, take a deep breath, and come up. Now let's walk ourselves into the center with our hands. Again, don't worry about how far you can go. Go as far as you can feel the stretch on your inner thigh. Take a deep breath, walk your hands back up, and relax. Now put your feet together so that they're making a diamond. This is going to stretch the hips again. It's very important to stretch the hips because dancers constantly are using them. Go ahead and reach forward, put your hands on your feet, and again, don't feel pressure to get your knees all the way to the floor, but try to get them as close to the floor as possible. Walk your hands out, feel a nice stretch in your hips. Walk your hands back up, roll down, try to put your forehead to your toes, and come back up. Now let's stretch to the side, feel a nice stretch along here, and come up. Let's go the other way. Breathe and relax. We're now ready to move into the center of the dance studio. You at home can put your chair away. As I mentioned before, there are 5 positions of the arms which go with the positions of the legs. So far, we've only learned first, second, and fifth, and now I'm going to go over the rest of the positions for you. Let's slowly review. First, we have first position. This should feel like you're hugging the trunk of a tree. Your elbows should not be bent too much, nor should they be too straight. Now we have second position, third position, fourth position, and again fifth position. Let's do the other side. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Let's go over the 5 positions of the arms. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Don't forget your posture. And again, first, remember hugging the tree trunk. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Shoulders down and your chin up, and relax. You may have noticed that in third position, the arms move from side to side and change. And that's because they're moving in coordination with the feet. For example, when I go into third position with my right foot in front, my arms will be here. When I change and put my left foot in front, my arms will change to here. Let's go over all the positions now, starting with first position. First, second, third with your right foot in front, fourth, still with your right foot in front, and fifth. Now let's go back to first and try it the other way. First, now you're moving your left leg to second, third, now your left leg's still in front, and fifth. We've already done passes at the bar. Now let's practice them in center for balancing purposes. Let's slowly bring the right leg up, bring it along your leg, make sure it's touching your knee, and now slide it down the back of your leg and close in fifth. Now let's do the other leg. Bring it slowly up, along your leg, to your knee, and then bring it down back. Good. Hold your stomach in and keep your shoulders down. This will help you keep your balance, or what dancers call finding their center. Good. And last time. And up. Hold it there, try to balance. Slide it down the back of the leg, and finish. Good. You should be warm enough at this point of the class to begin small jumping. This is called petit allegro. What we'll be doing is starting in first position and jumping up in the air, keeping our feet in the same position but pointing them, making sure the knees are straight and that the body's undisturbed. A jump in first will look like this. You'll start with a plie, you'll jump up in the air and point your feet and land in a plie. We can do 8 in first position, 8 in second position, and 8 with your right foot in front in fifth position. Let's begin our petit allegro. Let's do 8 jumps in first, 8 jumps in second, and 8 jumps in fifth. This should raise your heart rate a little bit, so don't forget to breathe. Let's begin with plie, and jump, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To second, 2, 3, 4, heels down. To fifth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and relax. Take a deep breath and rest. It is now time to learn a step called glissade. Glissade means to glide. Let's put our feet in fifth position with the right foot front, and let's plie. Now brush your leg in second to the side so it's a little bit off the floor. Now what we're going to do is transfer our weight and land in fifth, such as this, glissade. In slow motion, it looks like a brush, a step, and a close. Faster, a glissade looks like this. Let's try a few of those at home. We're now going to practice glissades with the help of Michelle. Go ahead and put your right foot in front in fifth position and plie. And let's slide our first front out and glissade. And finish in fifth. Good. And again, glissade. And one more time, glissade. And now let's put our left foot in front and go back the other way. And glide. Good. Brush, brush. Good. Plie when you finish. Plie when you finish. Straighten up and relax. Good. Let's now learn bourrées. Bourrées begin on the half point from fifth position. So when you're in fifth position, go ahead and just rise straight up. Now bourrées are tiny steps. Start with your back foot and take another tiny step. This is what a bourrée does. It's a changing of your feet. When it's faster, it looks like this. You can turn, you can put your other leg in front, you can go back the other way. A bourrée is a traveling step and is done with tiny steps on the half point. Make sure your knees are straight and your half point is high. Let's go ahead and practice that at home. Let's practice bourrées with Brittany. First start in fifth position with the right foot front. Now slowly rise up onto your half point. Now slowly start stepping. Good, make sure you replace one foot with the other. Now turn around, and let's go back the other way. Good, and finish in fifth position. Now we're going to learn a step called a pas de chat. In French, pas de chat means cat step, or step of the cat. It looks like a little pounce, and it consists of a passe, which we've already learned. In slow motion, the pas de chat starts like this. Bring your right foot up into passe, jump onto it into passe again, and close the left foot in front. Quickly, a pas de chat looks like this. Let's try it again slow to the left. Start with your left foot in front in fifth position. Bring it slowly up to a passe. Now jump off this leg onto the left leg and close in fifth. Quickly, to the left, a pas de chat looks like this, ending in plie and straightening. Let's go ahead and try pas de chats at home. Let's speed up pas de chats with Michelle. Again, start with your right foot in front in fifth position. Now plie and pas de chat. Good. And one more time, plie, pas de chat. Let's go to the left. Plie, pas de chat. Good. And plie, pas de chat. And relax. Good. It's now time to do arabesque in the center. You've already learned arabesque at the bar, but now we're going to add the arms. Go ahead and put your feet in first position just like you did at the bar. Tendu, your foot in back. Now bring your arms up through first and extend your left arm forward and your right arm back. This is a position for first arabesque. Now go ahead and lift your leg off the ground like you did at the bar into a nice arabesque. Be careful not to twist your shoulders. Let's practice the other way. First position, tendu back again. Arms come through first and open with your right arm front now. Now go ahead and square off your shoulders and lift your leg. And come down. You've now just learned first arabesque. Let's start with 4 first arabesques traveling to the right. Begin with your right foot in front in fifth position and begin. Step arabesque, arms through first, arabesque, back to first, arabesque, back to first, arabesque, close in fifth position. Okay, let's go to the left and begin. Arabesque, step through, arabesque, and through, arms back to first, good, arabesque, step through, arabesque, and close in fifth, right foot front, and relax. We are now ready for our final combination, also called Grand Allegro. We will be combining all the steps we have just learned in Ballet 101. If you need more practice, feel free to stop the tape, rewind and practice, or just put the tape on pause. We are now ready to start learning our final combination. It will begin with a ballet walk called a pas marché. Let's prepare. Now we're going to walk on our half point. Walk, 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 and a point. Walk, 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 and point. Let's try that again. Prepare, walk, 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 point, walk, 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 point. Now we're going to add on, we're going to do bourrées, which you've already learned. We're going to coupe, and we're going to bourrée to the back corner. This is for 8 counts. Now we're going to do first arabesque, which you've already learned. We're going to step through, first arabesque, step through, first arabesque, step through. Now we're going to do a glissade to the right and 3 pas de chats. Pas de chat, pas de chat, pas de chat. And that's the end of your finale. Let's practice that again. Now we're going to walk through this again slowly with counts. This is called marking. Let's begin. 5, 6, 7, 8, and walk. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bourrée. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And arabesque. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Glissade. Pas de chat, pas de chat, pas de chat. And relax. Feel free to practice this as many times as you need to. I will mark it with you one more time with counts. And 5, 6, 7, 8. And walk. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After you've finished your finale, you'll do a nice pas marché out to the center of stage or classroom. You'll step to the right and curtsy. You'll step to the left and curtsy. You'll reverence to your teacher or your orchestra, thanking them. Gentlemen will step to the side and bow, bending their front knee, and finish.
Remember, no student is expected to master all of the steps shown on this video. Although all of the steps are basic and may be mastered in time, it will take the rest of your life to perfect them. It is better to concentrate on technique in order to improve a few exercises than to rush through too many steps done incorrectly. Some of the items you have seen on this video are available through mail order. Please refer to the order forms inside your video cover.